What is up, Raider Nation? Welcome to another edition Raider Reaction TikTok Thursday. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, home of Raider Reaction, deep behind the motherfucking enemy line. What is up? We are talking all things silver and black tonight. Home opener this weekend. I'll be there. I hope you'll be there as well. So what is up? Talking all silver and black. What's on your mind? Taking all questions and comments, silver and black related. Other teams, fan bases, you can hang out if you want, but we really don't care what you have to fucking say. We're talking our shit here. Talking silver and black. What's up, Raider Nation? What's up? What is on your mind tonight? Not much of a game here for Thursday night football. It's kind of a fucking snoozer. What's up? What's up? So, thoughts thus far on the season? How you guys feeling about the home opener this weekend against the Steelers? The Steelers offense, I'm really not worried about at all. I think our defense is going to have a nice bounce back game against the Steelers. The Steelers defense is what concerns me. Obviously, we've seen our offense had a little difficulty last week, moving the ball, sustaining anything on the run, protecting the quarterback, and that is a concern of mine. Obviously, you've got some guys that can come after the quarterback, but if you look at the current injury report, the Steelers got a fucking laundry list of guys that are not participating in practice right now, and some big-time defensive names. So they're going to be a little beat up and a little weak in the defensive side of the ball. So I think it should be a good game. Should be a good Sunday night football game. I mean, it's a couple franchises. We absolutely hate each other. When the Steelers and the Raiders lock horns, it's always a good fucking match. And we'll see. The Steelers are a bit of an enigma right now because they're at a complete crossroads on the offensive side of the ball. But their franchise has always been built on defense. And that's my biggest concern. I'm not concerned about their offense. I'm not concerned about the offense as much as I'm the defensive side of the ball. I think the Raiders' defense has a good possibility of a bounce-back game against the Steelers' offense. I mean, look at what the Steelers' offense has done the first two games. I mean, they have not come out and looked like a juggernaut. I mean, let's be realistic here. I'm being realistic about my team, but y'all got to be realistic about yours as well. Both of these teams right now are a little bit of a crossroads at 3-0. They're both sitting 1-1. They both have had one game where they really didn't look good, one game where they looked okay. And this is a big game on Sunday Night Football. It's prime time. These guys are under the lights again. They're going to be in front of the world. So this is a good matchup. It's a good historical matchup. And this is really going to – I've said all along the first 6 games of this season were huge for the Raiders. There's a lot of new moving parts. You got a new quarterback. This team has to grow and learn to gel, and it's all about finishing hot and making a wild card spot, which I think they can do. But I think if they can get through, be 3-3 or 4-2 at the end of 6 games and right in the mix at the top of the AFC West, that's a positive thing. You've got to. You can't expect your team to come out and go 17-0. You got to be realistic. They're going to have some ebbs and flows through the season, especially with a team with, a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts on the defense have been changed. A lot of moving parts. You've got Spillane thrown in there. You got a rookie starting corner. You got a new safety. You got a rookie who's coming back from a Liz Frank injury on the other end of your line. I mean, a lot of moving parts on defense. And the biggest moving part of all on offense is you got a new quarterback who's got to get familiar with handing the ball to Josh Jacobs, finding Hunter Renfrow out there, finding his rookie tight end, having Jacoby back this week after he got his fucking bell rung, fucking head hunting donkey. These are all great things that line up for a good game. What's up, Mr. J? What's up, everybody? I'm taking any comments, man. I'm just rambling along. If you got some, can Jimmy throw a deep ball? Dude, Jimmy looked good the last 2 games. I think Jimmy Garoppolo was the biggest bright spot out of the last game. Dude, really go back and watch the last game and just look at the quarterback play. He was under fire because his line was not blocking for him. He stood strong in the pocket. He moved around. He was throwing out of a hole all the time because the running game couldn't get nothing going. He can't run the fucking ball, too. I mean, he was constantly throwing out a fucking third and long, second and long. Constantly. So, whatever. Ugh. What do we got? What do we got? Hold on. We need to fire the coaching staff if this don't work. Mr. J is looking for heads. What's going on with the O-line? Artwork, that's a damn good question, man. I mean, this is basically the same O-line that led the way for the league's leading rusher last year and didn't give up this kind of pressure on the quarterback. I'm not sure, man. I'm really not sure. This was a team that looked like is heading in the right direction week one, and then I think we're looking a little too much at the 38-10 curb stomping that the Bills put on the Raiders this last weekend, because the Raiders weren't ready for that level of competition. Like I said, I think this team needs like 4 to 6 games to gel, just because there's a lot of new moving parts. And the Bills are a team that's been playing together for several seasons. I mean, let's be realistic. That's an offense that's been firing on all cylinders, that's been knocking up around the AFC Championship for a couple years now. They're expected to be near the top. So in week 2, they weren't ready for them yet. And as soon as the Bills exposed the Raiders on defense and the veteran wide receivers started picking on the rookie corner and they started to find a hole, it was just over. It was over. And they obviously had figured out how to shut down the run and was putting Jimmy Garoppolo, all the pressure on him, and the defense wasn't making any stops. The second half, dude, your defense has to make a stop at some point. You can't just watch the third quarter get fucking ground away like that. I mean, that your percentages of winning just went down the toilet. Thank you, the Jimbo, for whatever the lightning bolt is. I appreciate it. I have no idea what all the little icons and the shit on here. I'm only on here live usually like once a week. I'm live on my podcast and other stuff on all the other social, and we share shit over here all the time. All of our content's on TikTok, y'all know that. But I'm not live over here, so I have no idea what all this shit means. So I appreciate whatever the fuck you just said, whatever the hell that was. What do you think about the Ravens so far? Well, I don't think they're the Raiders, and that's about as much as I think of them. The fact we can compete with the Niners but can't even put up 30 yards with the Bills was crazy. Dude, I'm just telling you, that was just the difference between a team that's been playing together for a while and a team that's trying to find itself. That was not a good matchup. I would have loved to play the Bills later in the season. I had that game picked as a loss right out of the gate. I said week 2, that team's too put together. I had it picked as a loss. I had us 4-2 at the end of 6. And I think that's realistic, man. They don't have a terribly tough schedule. I mean, the Steelers are completely beatable. Completely beatable. The Raiders are completely beatable against the Steelers as well. This game could go either way. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good primetime game. I think the Raiders win. But it's not a lock. It's not a lock. I'm realistic. But even if they lost at 1-2, season is not over. Season is not over. It's never over. Especially, dude, it's going to be a grind in the AFC this year. Somebody's getting in that 6 spot, sitting at 10-7, 9-8. Somebody's sliding in that backdoor spot. I'm telling you. Should they bring in the backup quarterback? No, they shouldn't bring in the backup quarterback. You guys are really overcritical of Jimmy Garoppolo. Go look at his stats and what Jimmy has done over the first 2 games. Even his stats last game were good. Jimmy has 3 interceptions. I challenge you to go look at the coach's tape of every one of those picks. First pick was a fucking fastball in the red zone. He dotted the receiver. It hit the receiver's body and then bounces up and is intercepted. You can't put that on the fucking quarterback when the guy catching the ball wasn't ready for the fastball. That ain't on the quarterback. First pick last week, Bull rush up the fucking middle. Line completely fucking gaffed it. He's got a guy in his face a fucking half a second after the ball hits his hands. It's supposed to be a screen with a delay throw. The guy's in his fucking grill. He gets rid of the ball, is able to actually get rid of the ball. And if it's not swatted, he completes the pass. The chance that the fact that it was swatted is a very low percentage thing of happening. Ball pops up, it's intercepted. Not really Jimmy's fault. Second interception of the game. Go back and look at the coach's tape on that. Another fucking fastball that he fucking put on Josh Jacobs. Hits you in the hands in the NFL. You should have caught it. You can't let a linebacker come over the top of you and rape you and steal the ball from you. That's completely on the running back. This guy's not even a defensive back. You can't let that guy make that kind of play on you. So, I mean, let's be realistic. Everybody wants sexy. Everybody wants 60-yard bombs and 70-yard bombs. Dude, give me W's. Give me motherfucking W's, and that's all I want. I don't give a fuck about sexy scores. I don't care about fantasy points. I care about W's. And Jimmy Garoppolo has a winning percentage in the National Football League that is stellar. The dude just wins. And he's out there standing strong in the pocket all game long last week under fucking complete duress. Complete duress. Running for fucking shit, running for first downs, making... Dude, it wasn't he didn't have some immaculate game. I mean, let's be realistic, but with what he had to work with, I thought he did all right. I'm telling you, man, you can't have that happen, Artwork. You can't have that happen. Well, that's great. I'm really happy for the Ravens, and you should go find a Raven fan who's having a live stream and is talking about the fucking Ravens. Because I'm obviously not talking about the fucking Ravens. I'm glad you're there in the comments looking for a stroke job, but we're not handing them out, pal. We will win because the Steelers' offensive coordinator is dog water. Well, is that dog water before they slobber in it? Because it's like fresh dog water. I'm not 100% familiar. I don't watch that much Steelers football. I'm gonna take your word for it. Dude, Spillane is on my fantasy football team as one of my individual defensive players, and I tell you what, Robert Spillane over the first 2 games has been lighting it up. If you just went and watched the coach's tape and followed Robert Spillane around, that dude's had a hell of a year already. He just needs everybody around him to come together. Corners to quit getting burnt. Safeties to be in the right position. A little push up the middle from the defensive line would help. Just some other things. But Spillane and Divine Diablo have looked very, very good at this linebacker position. They've been one of the bright spots on the defense, actually. We do this every Thursday night. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you all. Do this here on Raider Reaction. If you haven't followed us on all of our other social media platforms, we do have a podcast, the Raider Nation Report, live every Tuesday. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Quad simulcast. And then we clip it up, and you guys see it over here too on TikTok. But we do this every Thursday night on TikTok. We like to spend a little time live on each platform a week if we can. I will be out at the home opener this weekend in Vegas. If you guys are going to be there, I'll be hanging out over in J-Lot. Not sure of the exact location yet, but I'm hooking up with some of the viewers of Raider Reaction that hang out in the podcast that are going to be there. I'm hooking up with them and meeting up with those guys. So if you are going to be out at the game, hit me up. I will have some 2023 Fuck Your Team limited edition poker chips on me, some stickers, and some other nice swag I'll hook you up with. Give me a holla. Myers is expected to play. He's been cleared. He's back in practice. Yes. Listen, man, user, blah, 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 blah. Get off the negative train, brother. I'm with you, man. McWeasel. I refer to him as McWeasel. I'm not a fan of McWeasel either. Okay? But if McWeasel can get this team to the promised land and can get this team pointed in the right direction, we ain't got to like him, man. We ain't got to like him. There's lots of head coaches. Bill Belichick's one of the biggest assholes that there is. Period. But that motherfucker's got a handful of rings. 2 handfuls of rings. I ain't got to like the head coach. He ain't got to be John Madden. He ain't got to be fucking Tom Flores. We ain't got to like him. It's a new league, man. It's a new day. Things are different now. The game's all offense. Defense is fucking handcuffed out there. The rules are fucked. It's like half-ass flag football. Hashtag make football violent again. So, I'm willing to give McWeasel this year. And then let's talk about it again at the end of the year. But I can't be negative about my team every week. And I can't trash my team. And I can't call for the firing of a head coach every week. Because the fact of the matter is, my man, and we all know this, if you fire a head coach in the middle of the motherfucking season, you are just fucking flushing your season down the toilet. It just doesn't work. You don't win championships that way. You got to let it ride. You got to hope that everything that they're doing gets hot at the end. And they can get hot at the end and make it into the playoffs and punch a ticket. And maybe they can get hot. But these are our guys, man. We're 2 weeks in. They're 1-1, tied for first place in the damn division. I mean, I don't want to see signs out there for firing the fucking coach 2 weeks in. That's counterproductive. That's just counterproductive. You should be cheering them like crazy. That place should be loud and fucking jacked this weekend, man. If they win, they're 2-1, 1-0 in the AFC West, and still tied for first 3 games in. That's a motherfucking beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Looking good as well. Yes. Hey, what's up, Brian? What's up? Man, he's due. Josh Jacobs, he's due. He's due. Let's play the averages. Josh hasn't looked good the first 2 games. How many games do you think Josh is going to suck before he cracks one off? Let's play the averages. I mean, that's all sports is, and gambling on sports and fantasy football is playing the averages. If you got a baller out there that you're handing the rock to, and he's 100% healthy, and let's remember, Raider Nation, let's remember who wasn't in camp, who just got with the new quarterback who's handing him the ball. Let's remember who wasn't there. Let's remember who may need a couple games to get back in the kind of condition he was leading the league in rushing. Let's remember that. I think you're going to see game 3, game 4, Josh Jacobs, the old Josh Jacobs. He's got them game legs back. He's in shape. But is he in football shape, taking a beating, ready to get that wiggle in the hole type shape? We'll see. Oh, I hope you're not right, SS, but it's possible. Jury's still out on Graham. And I tell you what, I do not like the defensive coordinator. I don't like the coordinator at all being up in the booth. I think there's just too much, and you got to be down there with the guys. You got to be on the front line. I don't like a coordinator being up in the booth. I think you got to be down there. You got to be in the fire with them. You got to be down there. You got to know the emotion of the sideline. That's just, to me, that's like you're trying to be too cerebral now, and you're trying to remove yourself from a lot of, I think, what makes you a great coordinator. Because now you're missing a lot of the details. You're trying to look at it from above and try to move them around like pawns and shit. That doesn't work, man. You need to be able to come to the sideline, have your fucking linebacker in your face telling you what's going on, your fucking safety coming over, You need to have all of that right there in real time, not through headsets and shit. You looking up from a fucking bird's eye view? I don't like that. I think he needs to be, Well, first, that dude's a head coach, brother. Come on, Jay. That dude's a head coach. You got to lose the fucking job. Dude, come on now. Listen. You know goddamn well there ain't no such thing as Steeler fucking Nation. Listen, you guys are a historic franchise. All right, I'll give you your due. You got 6 fucking rings, right? Get your own fucking slogan. That's lame as fuck. What are you biting our shit for? You know damn well you're biting our shit. You look like a clown coming in with that. Ain't no fucking... Come on. It's Raider Nation. That's it. There's only one goddamn nation. Well, I don't know what the fuck you are in that fucking shithole armpit city. You can call yourself something else. Never been to Pittsburgh. Don't care if I ever go. I'll go watch a game there once because I watch a game in every stadium in the league. But usually, I just prefer to watch the Steelers lose in the Raiders' house like they've been doing for quite some time. Yeah, it's lame, man. Get your own shit. I mean, like the Bills, they got their own shit. They're the Bills Mafia, you know. You got fucking stupid ass bang bang thing. I mean, that's their thing, I guess. Sounds lame as fuck. Sounds like a fucking window licking foam fucking helmet wearing fucking tard, but whatever. That's their thing. But at least it's their thing. You know, fucking bitch pigeons got the 12th man. I mean, even the queefs got the queefdom. Everybody's got their own thing. So why the fuck you want to buy it on Raider Nation? It just makes you look like a wannabe, a fucking poser. That's all that is. Yeah, we know that's exactly what it means, SS. What's up? Taking all questions and comments Raider related. We're going to be on for a couple more minutes, and I cut it off. I don't like to make these too long because I do like to download them and throw them on all of our other social media platforms. What's up, Coop? Raider Nation for life. I agree with you, Ratwood. I agree with you. You know we bleed silver and black. This is a fucking lifestyle. What's up, Jukebox? Please stay away from fighting in the stands. Listen, I don't start nothing. I have people that always try to start shit with me, though. It's amazing. I have about been in fights many times in the stands, and it's usually always some motherfucker who can't handle the fact that they're losing. I about got in a fight on the way out of the Jags game last year because some little smart mouth kid coming out of the fucking club seats, not wearing a fucking stitch of Jags anything, wanted to get up in my face and run his fucking mouth. It's always somebody like that. Actually, that's happened to me a couple times at the Jags game. I was sitting 4th row at the Jags game in 16, and the guy in the front row wanted to fucking... dude was with his kids, like a fucking 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. And wanted to get chippy with me on the way out as he was walking out after they lost. I'm just like, dude, you got kids. Keep walking, man. God damn. The fuck? But yeah, oh dude, I've been in Cleveland games. I was in Cleveland at a game. My wife was fucking... I was in Cleveland. My wife was like 8 months pregnant. And man, they were just brutal. They were brutal. I'm like, dude, it's a pregnant woman. What the heck's wrong with you? Yelling at a pregnant woman. Ridiculous. So, this is funny as shit. They don't have this on Facebook or YouTube or any of the others. So I just had a little violation pop up on my screen for hate speech. Hate speech? We're talking football here. What kind of hate speech is there? Are you talking nothing personal? We don't know each other. We ain't hanging like that. That's just ridiculous. Always getting popped for like bullying and harassment, and I always respond and appeal to every one of them. I'm like, dude, this is football banter. You know, if we're calling somebody something, it's because they're a fan of X team. We don't know them personally. We ain't talking about their kids or their, like, come on. Somebody went and reported something. I tell you, that's just sad. Probably a Sparkler fan. You're probably right. I'm Sparkler fans. Dude, did you see the Sparklers set a record for the most points scored in NFL history, being 0-2? Oh, Sparklers being Sparklers, man. You always can. There's one thing you can count on every season, and that's Sparklers being Sparklers. They will piss down their leg, and they will do it in some fucking epic fashion. Begging for a tie, something. Oh, man, that's great. Oh, right on, Danny. Enjoy, man. It is beautiful, brother. It's beautiful. I will be there as well. I'm going to be hanging out over in the J lot. Just look for me in that split jersey all decked out. Says the commission on the back. You can't miss me. Any word on Jones? Jones has been placed on the non-injury football list. He is shelved. He is shelved, and not only is he shelved, they have removed all Chandler Jones gear out of Raider image and are no longer selling it. So, that one's not going good. Yeah, Chandler's probably about as close to being done as you could be. But they've already freed up the roster spot. Adams is okay. Yes, Adams is okay, and Jacoby Myers is in practice. He was cleared for practice Tuesday, I believe, and he was back in practice Tuesday, Wednesday. But yes, he's been in practice, and Devontae's fine. Devontae cleared. They were checking him for concussion, but he never actually went into concussion protocol. So he's fine. They will both be fine. Hope we play. Well, we all hope that, brother. We all hope that. But like I said, we got to take that one with a grain of salt and understand that the Raiders were not ready for that competition in week 2. That was a team that's put together and been knocking around an AFC championship for several seasons now. That's a put-together offense. That's a defense that's been playing together. Weren't quite ready for that level of competition. I would have loved to have seen that Bills game later in the season because I think they could give them a run for their money. But nobody's making excuses. What are you even hanging around here for, dude? You're just you're adding nothing. Are you that bored? Like, literally? People that hang out in lives with content and topics that they don't care about just completely baffle me. You could call it a trap game. I just think it was a game they weren't ready for. Like I said, I just think it was a game they weren't ready for. It was just too early in the season for that game. Like I said, I think they're going to be 3-3, 4-2 after these first 6 games, and they're going to do a lot of growth through those 6 games. Cooper? Stonehands? Amari? I did not miss Amari Cooper. He had his moments. I will give him that. I've chanted Coop a couple times. He did have his moments. The AC/DC year in 2016 was exciting. I think Coop and Crab, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, shoved them together. They made a number 1 wide receiver. But I don't think Amari was ever a number 1 wide receiver on his own. And I don't think Derek ever really got one until he got Devontae. I don't know where they're going from here with Jones, man. But, you know, he's on the non-injury list now, so he's shelved. They're removing his gear. I think the next step is got to be, you know, release, trade. I don't know. It's an interesting situation. But there's some, man, I mean, dude, I hate to even, because I don't know the details, because the tweets or the Instagram posts are added and deleted and hacked, and you know, it's hard to even follow. But there's something about like a goddaughter or something that's been molested, or some foster daughter or something of his that's been molested by somebody else that he's alluded to. I mean, it's just, this thing's just went off the rail, man. And so I don't even know. But he's on the non-injury list, like you know, for personal reasons. I don't know, man. It's off the rails. 30-12. It's like the Niners got him a fairly solid Thursday night win. I can't believe Jones still has a job. How'd that guy end up being an NFL quarterback? Mr. Irrelevant there. Oh, Iowa State Cyclone. Thank you for following. Appreciate you all. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. We got a strong following over on Facebook. We got a real, raw, and uncensored Raider group called the Raider Nation Dark Side, the official group of Raider Reaction. It is over on Facebook. We got no moderators in there. It's a group where you can actually talk about your team without people trolling you and telling you a bunch of hall monitors telling what you can't and can't say like they try to do here on TikTok. What's my opinion of McDaniel? I don't like the guy. I don't like McWeasel. But I'm willing to give him this season to see what he can do. Because him being successful with this team is the best for the franchise. I ain't got to like the guy. I ain't got to be endeared to him like John Madden was to us or Tom Flores. He's just got to win, man. He's just got to win. And I think he has this year. They made so many changes last year. A change of a quarterback. A lot of changes. A lot of changes on defense this year. I think you got to give them all of this year. I mean, this was their first real draft where they had a whole season to prep for it and get ready and make moves. And we got to see what they can do, man. We got to see what they can do. They brought in their system guy. They brought in system guys all over the offense and defense. Let's see. Stats don't lie. Stats don't lie. But what I will tell you, Latino Shadow, what I will tell you is every single Hall of Fame coach, almost all of them, failed at their first head coaching gig, just like Josh McDaniels failed with the Donkeys. Almost every single one. Bill Belichick failed and got fucking rode off with a couple teams. Browns, namingly. A lot of guys did it before they finally got one. Bounced around. So, oh, not Andy Reid? Really? Really? Andy Reid didn't fail as his first head coaching job? How many Super Bowls did Andy Reid bring to Philly? I mean, we're just talking facts here. He didn't win nothing at his first job. Zero. He didn't win nothing until he came to the Queefs. Sometimes it takes a while to learn your craft. I mean, the dude was very young. He went back with his tail tucked between his legs and won some more championships with Bill Belichick. So, yes, this is his last shot, I believe, at head coach. If he fails as a Raiders head coach, I think he's done. I don't think he gets a third shot. But he gets all of this shot. I'm going to give him all of this shot, and that's this season. Oh, that's great. 5 straight NFC championship losses. That's great. Well, not 5 straight. He did make it to 1 Super Bowl and lost. So I take that back. So that's great. You failed on the biggest stages. Hallelujah. Failure's failure, bro. Failure's failure. I don't care. Failure's failure. He didn't win a Super Bowl with his first team. It's not that hard to pick up, man. Sorry. 3-tooth inbred. Try to keep up, okay? Got fucking 3 teeth, keep 2 in his pocket. Come on, man. Try to keep up. Dude, I love it. It's like, is there not a queef live stream going on where all you little queefs are circle jerking each other? Isn't that going on somewhere? Why are you here? I never understood that. I would not spend a second of my goddamn time in somebody's live stream wearing fucking Ronald McDonald gear. Not a second. My time's way too valuable. I like to talk about Silver and Black with Raider Nation. That's it. I don't care about other fan bases. I don't want to do cute little TikToks, and little skits. and do little song and dances and morph my face and do other stupid shit. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm fucking damn near 50 years old. I'm a little past all that shit. I like to talk football. Silver and black football with Raider Nation. I don't understand why anybody else would even hang out. Well, congratulations. Good for you. I'm a hater of 31 teams. Every goddamn one of them. I don't go to games and fraternize with the other team. I don't take little pictures with them, do cute little poses and shit. I don't. I'm not even that much of a tailgater. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to get fucked up, but I like to go in the second they open the doors. I like to watch the warm-ups. I like to watch the kickers when they go out early. I like to watch the whole fucking thing. I like to sit down there, fucking talk to the players as they're warming up, meet people. Who's my favorite current? All right, there we go. See? Thank you. Gold star question. These are good conversation pieces. This is what I like. The tailgates in Oakland were different. It was off the hook. Who's my favorite current player and all-time player? Favorite all-time player is Tim Brown. Easy. And if you ever watched Raider Reaction, you've seen our Raider Reaction logo. It's got the medallion with the 81 on it. That's for a reason. Tim Brown, my all-time favorite player. Favorite player growing up was Marcus Allen. By far. Marcus Allen was my favorite player growing up. But as I grew up, my favorite all-time player, Tim Brown. Timmy was the man. Greatest Raider wide receiver ever. My favorite player now, currently, probably have to be Mad Max. Mad Max and Josh Jacobs. I love a great Raider running back. One of my favorite positions of all time is running back. I love a great Raider running back, and I'm a huge Josh Jacobs fan. I was there in Oakland for the season opener in 19, his first game, the Donkey Killer, dove into the end zone right in front of us. We were right down there in that end zone. It was I've seen many games of Josh, and he's a great running back. He's a great running back. He's one of my favorite players. It'd be a toss-up between him and Max. Definitely my favorite offensive and favorite defensive players. Oh, Lyle's awesome. Lyle's awesome too. But Lyle wasn't a Raider for long enough for him to be my favorite Raider of all time. Tim Brown was a Raider his whole career and broke my heart in the last year and went to the Bucs. But I forgave him for that. As a fan, I was a hard season for me though. Fucking go to the goddamn Bucs. Like, just hang it up, Tim. Don't do it. Rich Gannon, I can see that. See, I'm probably, maybe you're a little younger than me, Tommy, so I can see that maybe, like my son, the only quarterback he knows is Derek Carr because he's 17, and you got to remember, that's been his quarterback since he was 8. So, and when I looked at it from that perspective, I was like, damn, you're right. Like, that's his only quarterback that he's ever fucking known. He had a Carson Palmer jersey before that. When he was 7, but that wasn't last year. That was a couple years ago. Try to keep up. Oh, I like Howie, dude. I mean, come on. I love all the greats, man. I love all the greats. I was a huge Tim Brown fan. Howie was awesome, though. Howie was awesome. And Howie was legit. That dude was a Raider all the way through. I started with Plunkett, too. Son, man. That was my first Raider quarterback. It was Plunkett and Allen were my guys, man, when I was growing up. No, I don't like him. Why would I like him? He's a talented guy. I mean, But obviously, he's the quarterback of one of the biggest rivals for the Raiders. So, no, I don't like the guy. I think he's kind of a schmuck, honestly. But, you know, he's a talented schmuck. I think he's a little douchish. He's not the type of guy I'd want to hang out with at the bar. Just saying. What's up? What do we got down here? Give us a shout out to Tulare. Tulare Cali. What's up? What's up? Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Bo Jackson, man. I grew up in that Bo Jackson era. You know, that was my era. I mean, that was when I was a young Raider fan, was all through that. I mean, I had the Tecmo Bowl. I had Super Tecmo Bowl. I fucking love me some Bo Jackson, man. Love me some Bo Jackson. I have a whole Bo Jackson little fucking shrine over there. I got a shelf that's just all Bo over there. A whole baseball Bo shelf. And then I got football shit. And I got Auburn jersey, Bo Jackson throwback jersey. I love me some Bo Jackson. Oh, I love when guys just step in with such strong takes. Put so much work into it. Raiders going down. Gee, thanks. Thanks for really spelling her out there, buddy. He's the Sports Academy, though. Come on. Not real big on words and vocabulary in that academy, are they? Interesting. Napoleon Kaufman, the minister. Napoleon left to go follow the cloth. Well, that's either good or bad, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, man. Everybody always asks that. Didn't you make me gonna get up and walk around? It's been a long day, man. Shit, I've been coaching youth sports tonight. You gonna make me walk around? I'll give you the nickel tour. Oh, man. Oh. So we got three over here. We got three screens over here. We got gear and all of these things. These are all autographed helmets. These are all Hall of Famers down here. We got Jim Otto, the Mad Bomber, Daryl LaMonica, Fred Biletnikoff, Tim Brown, Pro Bowl, or Tim Brown Hall of Fame helmet up there. This is just random Raider shit. Autographed hat there by Mike Davis, Josh Jacobs, rookie in there, some car rookies, car graded car. There's a hat signed by Perriman, a couple other Raiders. There's a whole bunch of other shit in that cabinet. Over here's the bar. What else we got? We got another TV up here behind the bar. This is the Raider wall over here. We got some stuff. We got more shit over here, which you can't see because the lights are kind of off and the lighting's shitty over here. But this is where the Bo shelf's at. Can't really see that shit too much. This is the studio. This is the pod. This is where the magic happens. This is where the podcasts happen in here. See, gotta have Scarface looking over you, man. You know, this is where all the gear's at. Here's all my mini Raider hats. mini Raider hats. But this little area is where all my other sports shit, my non-Raider sports swag. That's all my Lightning gear, my Rays gear, and my fucking Barry Bonds shit, and my random concert shit. That's all concert swag, and yeah, I got all kinds of shit. A couple monitors, and we got lights and all that shit. So that's the podcast studio. Then, of course, we got a 50-yard line, dog. Come on. It wouldn't be a proper studio without a 50-yard line running through the middle of it. Would it? And then over here, this was the original Back when we started 7 seasons ago, this was the original backdrop of the Raider Reaction podcast. Actually, this was the second one. The first one is on the other side with the green screen over the top of it, but this was the original one back in the day when it was like a static freaking backdrop. So we got that here, real memories. Then, game memories. Here's some other cases of Raider shit here. This whole wall's all Raider shit. These are all Raider diecast stuff here. These are all Raider diecasts. You got fucking motorcycles, cars, four-wheelers, Escalades, fucking NASCARs. Got mugs and shit up there. There's another cabinet of all fucking Raider shit in here. Raider shit. Here's the players cabinet here. It's got all the Danbury Mint figures in it. All of them. You know, we got Timmy, Randy, Jerry, Charles, Howie, Warren Sapp, Rich Gannon, Fred Biletnikoff, Derek Carr, Tim Brown, John Gruden, Marcus Allen, Kenny Stabler, The Shield, Rich Gannon. That's your nickel tour. There's a lot more details in here. But that's the majority of it. That's the majority of it. So it's not bad. It's not a bad little place to hang out. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. This has been a few years in the works. My buddy came over and he's like, dude, how the hell did you get so much shit? I'm like, that's a good question. I guess I just never say no to anything. I just bring it all home. If it's got a Raider emblem on it, I'll bring it home. Because there's people that have got bigger autograph collections than me. They've got a bigger this and bigger that. But I will put my complete collection and the totality of things that I have that have a Raider emblem on them against anybody. Because I love trinkets. I love the goofy fucking weird things that got Raiders emblems on them that most people don't have. Like shit like this, for instance. You see that right there? That's the Super Bowl team. That's a nesting doll set from Germany. Hand carved. Tim Brown, Rich Gannon, Charlie Garner, Charles Woodson, Jerry Porter, Napoleon Harris, and Jerry Rice. And they all open. They're hand carved, all wooden, and they all fit inside each other. Those are fucking badass. All the way down to the tiny little Jerry Porter. So but like this case. This case has so many like small shit. Like I love like the small shit. This big case has so many fucking things in it. If you looked at every shelf, it's just crazy. There's fucking probably over 1,000 things in there with the Raider emblem on them in just one case. So those are, and I have an insane Raider football card collection too. I am a fanatic. I won't even use that term. I am a fanatic. Thank you. Appreciate you. So there you go. God damn it. You talked me into a fucking tour. Happens too often. Appreciate you all for joining me. This got longer than I typically am live, but I appreciate you all for hanging out. I am going to jump off now before this gets too live because I probably won't even be able to download this long sucker. But thank you all. Appreciate y'all for joining me. We do this every Thursday night here on Raider Reaction TikTok. Well, follow us on all of our other social media platforms. We do have a lot planned for this season. Like I said, our podcast, the Raider Nation Report, airs every Tuesday night. It's a solid hour, and we get into everything silver and black, man. Everything. And it airs 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So go follow us on Raider Reaction Sports on Facebook, Raider Reaction on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Twitch, YouTube. We're on damn near every social media platform. So thank you all for joining us. Appreciate you all. Until next time. I will see you. And I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.